Hello students, we were doing chapter 15 light. Today we will be doing reflection in the spherical mirror. So what are spherical mirrors? Spherical mirrors are nothing but we have two types of spherical mirrors, concave and convex mirrors. Concave mirrors are also called as converging mirrors and convex mirrors are called as diverging mirrors. So we have various kinds of the curved mirrors that are called as spherical mirrors. The most commonly used curved mirrors are called spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors are of two types, concave, or we can also call it as converging mirror, convex or diverging mirror. So concave mirror, a spherical mirror which is polished from outer curved side such that its reflecting surface is towards the hollow side. Okay, this is a concave mirror. The concave mirrors are like this. Okay, so concave mirrors are also called converging mirrors. They are nothing but it's a spherical mirror which is polished from the outer curved surface. It is polished from the outer curved surface such that the reflecting surface is towards the hollow side. This is the reflecting surface, it is inside. So we call them as concave or converging mirrors. Convex mirrors are also called as diverging mirrors. Convex mirrors are also called as diverging mirror. So a spherical mirror which is polished from the hollow side. So it is a spherical mirror which is polished from the hollow side, means it is polished from the inside. Okay, it is polished from the inside and the converging mirror is polished from the outside, which is polished from the hollow side such that the reflecting surface is towards the outer side. The outer side is reflecting surface. This is reflecting surface of the and this is reflecting surface of concave mirror, and this outside is the reflecting surface for the convex mirrors. They are also called as diverging mirrors. Concave mirrors are also called as converging mirrors. The concave mirrors are also called as converging mirrors. Convex mirrors are called as diverging mirror. Spherical mirrors, we have two types of spherical mirror. The curved mirrors are called as spherical mirrors, and we have two types of spherical mirror. One is concave mirror, that is converging mirror. Convex mirror, that is diverging mirror. In converging mirror, the reflecting surface is inside. Okay. In diverging mirror, the reflecting surface is outside. Okay. So now what are the image formation by the concave mirror? We have some image formation by the concave mirrors. If we keep the objects at different places, different kinds of image of the image is formed of that object. So image formation by the concave mirror. Suppose if an object is present at infinity. Okay, if an object is present at infinity, that is, suppose if we take an example, the object which is if we take the object as sun, which is present at infinity, then the image which is formed of that object will be at focus. F is focus, C is center of curvature, and P is pole. Okay, we have 3 points, and this line which passes from center of curvature, focus and pole is called as principal axis. So when the object is at infinity, the image which is formed is at principal focus. So this object is present at infinity. So the rays from the suns are coming. When they meet at a point which is called as focus. So object at infinity, if the object is at infinity, the image is formed at principal focus, and the nature of the image is real, inverted and diminished. Okay, the nature of the image is real, inverted and diminished. Suppose if the object is placed beyond C, C is nothing but center of curvature. Okay, C is center of curvature. If the object is placed beyond C, okay, then the image is formed between the F and C, that is principal focus and C, the image is formed. The image is formed at principal between the center of curvature and focus. Okay, and this image is real, inverted and diminished. Okay, the image is real, inverted and diminished. If the object is at center of curvature, the object is at center of curvature, then the image is formed is at C. The image is formed at C. This is real, inverted and same size. This is object. Suppose if I name the object as AB. Okay, the image which is formed is A dash. Okay, A dash and B dash. This is image. Okay, if the object is at center of curvature, then the image is formed at center of curvature, which is real, inverted and of the same size. Suppose if the object is between a focus and center of curvature, this is object. If the object is AB, then the image is formed beyond C, that is A dash and B dash. The nature of the image is real, inverted and magnified. The nature of the image is real, inverted and magnified. Once again I am repeating that if the object, image formation by a concave mirror. If the object is at infinity, then the image is formed at the principal focus. This image, the nature of this image is real, inverted and diminished. If the object is beyond C, that is after C, then the image is formed between C and F, that is principal focus and center of curvature, and the nature of the image is real, inverted and diminished. If the object is at center of curvature, then the image is formed at the C only, that is center of curvature, and it is real, inverted and same size. If the object is between focus and center of curvature, then the image is formed beyond C. See, the image is formed after C. Beyond C means after C, and it is the nature of the image is real, inverted and magnified. Real, inverted and magnified. Next, when the object is at F, that is principal focus, then the image will form at infinity. This image, the nature of this image is real, inverted and magnified. So object at focus, the image will form at infinity, and the nature of image is real, inverted and magnified. So these are the different image formation of the concave mirrors. Now uses of concave mirror, where the concave mirrors are used. Concave mirrors are used as the reflectors in the headlights of cars and torches. So they are used as the reflectors in the headlights of cars and torches. Concave mirrors are used by the dentist to see the tooth decay. Okay, concave mirrors are used as the radiators in the solar heating devices. So in the solar heating devices we use concave mirrors. The concave mirrors are also used by the as a shaving mirror. So they are used by the used as a shaving mirror to see the small hair present on the face. Then uses of convex mirrors. The convex mirrors are used in the buses so that they can see the people coming from the driver can see the passengers who are coming from the downstairs. They are used as the rear view mirrors in the vehicles like cars, like Activas, bikes. Okay, so why they are used? Because they can see a wider view of the wider view of the roads. Okay, so the person who are driving the Activas, they can see the vehicles coming at the back, so it gives a wider view. Okay, they are used by the they are used on the roadsides. These convex mirrors are used used by the on the roadside so that to avoid the accidents, and they are used in the shop to view what is going in the shop to prevent the shoplifting. So these were about the uses of the concave and convex mirrors. Now next is lenses. So what are lenses? Okay, lenses. A lens is a curved and a polished piece of glass. They are nothing but they are curved and the polished piece of the glass. okay, or any other transparent material bounded by two curved surfaces. So if they are bounded by two curves, we have two types of lenses, convex lens and concave lens. The convex lens is called as converging lens and the concave lens is called as diverging lens. So this is a concave lens. The concave lenses are thicker at the middle and thinner at the edges, whereas concave lenses are diverging lens. They are thinner at the middle and thicker at the edges. So now question arises, why convex lens is called as converging lens? Because when the rays passes through the convex lens, they meet at one single point. They converges at the single point, that is, so they are called as converging lens. Whereas the concave lens, which is called as diverging lens, when the ray of light passes through them, they diverge in different directions. So they are called as diverging lens. So this is about the lenses, that is convex lens and concave lens. So what are the uses of the concave? Where we use these lenses? So best example is we use these lenses in the spectacles. Okay, as a magnifying lens. You people have magnifying lenses at your homes. We use this lens. If you touch the magnifying lens, it is thicker at the middle and thinner at the edges, and it is used in the cameras, it is used in the telescopes, it is used in the microscopes. Okay, so lenses are used in different things. Next, dispersion of light. Our next topic is dispersion of light. What is dispersion of light? You might have seen rainbow formation. You might have seen the rainbow formation after the rain shower. So, this rainbow consists of our 7 colors. These 7 colors, it's according to Vibgyor, that is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. So this rainbow consists of the 7 colors, and you might have seen the bubbles. Soap bubbles. It also contains different colors. So our white light consists of 7 colors. This splitting of white light into 7 colors is called as dispersion of light. Now I have a prism in my hand. This is prism. Suppose when we keep this prism in the sunlight, the white light passes through prism, and when we place one screen on the other side, this white light splits into 7 colors, and you can see the 7 colors on the screen. So splitting of white light into 7 colors is called as dispersion, and these 7 colors are called as spectrum. Okay, what is dispersion? Dispersion is nothing but splitting of white light into 7 colors. The best example is rainbow, the formation of rainbow. The rainbow has all the 7 colors. Okay, so and how can we split the white light into 7 colors? We can take the prism and allow the light to pass through the prism. When it falls on a screen from the other side, we see that the white light has been split into 7 colors, that is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. So red, the red light travels the fastest. The red light is, it travels very fastest. It travels very fast, and violet, it travels very slow. So red light bends the least and violet light bends the more. Okay, so whenever the light passes through a prism, it gets splits into 7 colors, which is called as dispersion of light, and these 7 colors are called as spectrum. So till here your chapter has been end. Thank you.